Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, it is Monday morning and after a nice weekend and a nice break, really chilled out. I cannot believe I was looking at the wrong, the fuel gauge and not on the temperature gauge. I just don't know what happened last week. Just had a meltdown. I don't know what it was. I just didn't clock. It just didn't compute that I was looking at the wrong gauge. But yeah, you got to laugh, ain't you? You got to laugh. And I was laughing at the comments. My God, people were just, some comments was crazy. Like, I can't believe you're looking at the wrong gauge. You shouldn't be doing this. That made me laugh even more. People think that. It's unbelievable. Everyone off days, guys, don't they? Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them things. It's just, you know, it is what it is. But at least we know it wasn't overheating. But the fan is still kicking in, that on this car. So we have still got a problem, maybe. Don't know yet. Maybe the thermostat. Maybe the fan. I just don't know. But I do think, from what people were saying, I think this is worth saving. So we are going to go to town on this car, including the service on the power shift gearbox, the automatic. We're going to do a service on that as well. It's not cheap. The oil's not cheap for this car, for the gearbox. It takes about 6 litres and a new filter you've got to replace in the gearbox. So we'll be doing that, as well as the full service, as well as the new MOT, the cleaning, you know, the whole lot really. But I do believe this is worth saving. But why was this in the auction? Why? It must have been just a trade-in from a dealer, from a place like that. It must be a trade-in car. And they just didn't want it or whatever and just traded it in. I don't know. Very unusual. It's bizarre, isn't it, sometimes? But, you know, we could spend days and hours and trying to figure out why and what. But we're going to move on. I'm probably going to drive it for a while as well. Just use it as a daily, like sort of a lot of people were saying. Just use it as a daily for a little while. And then, you know, you might come across the problems. So that's what I'll do on that car as well. But yeah, Friday was crazy with that wrong gauge. I can't believe it. Anyway, yeah, it's got over half a tank of fuel as well. We know that, definitely know that. But yeah, I'm going to get this out the way, take it out the front, because today, guys, we are going to be working back on the Fiat 500, the blue one that went to the body shop. It's now back from the body shop. It's outside. I'm going to show you the results, show you what happened. We'll have a quick look around it. And it's actually booked for an MOT today as well at 1 o'clock. So we want to get it MOT ready, finished off, completely done. But let's bring it in and I'll show you the results on that one. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, here we go. We've got the blue Fiat 500, the lounge, back from the body shop on the rear end, if you remember rightly. And it's got the correct number plates on it and now as well. T500 it starts with. And it is, yeah, it is a private plate on that as well. So, but yeah, let me just show you, first of all, the bumper on the rear. Now, it does actually look very slightly different in shade, but like when I'm actually looking at it, it's not that bad. We've got a scuff down there we need to sort out and get once we've cleaned. But we're not clean. Well, I've not actually cleaned this car yet and gone through it. So we have got some bits and pieces to do. But the main thing on this was to get that rear end sort of pulled out, straightened up, put back on, crash bar, bumper, and a tailgate. If you remember rightly, the gaps on the tailgate was absolutely horrific. So yeah, that's all been done. And yeah, you can really hardly tell, you know, what he's done down there, because it just looks how it should look. I've got to be honest, it's a little bit dirty, and you know, got to hoover it out and stuff like that. But yeah, he does a great job, really, really good job. The old body shop guy. So yeah, that's where we are at the minute. We are going to be taking this for an MOT today, so I really want to get everything back in place, put it all back together, put this cover back on as well, make sure everything is working, lights are working, bulbs are working, everything is ready for the MOT at 1 o'clock. And then we'll just go over it. And I've got to be honest, it doesn't really need a lot more, but we are going to spend probably just today to get this one completely finished, and hopefully MOT, no advisories, but it's a Fiat 500, so you never know with these Fiat 500s. We have done a lot of work on the rear end, rear subframe, new shocks, new springs. We've done all that as well, so the rear shouldn't really come up with any issues, hopefully. So yeah, but let's just crack on. I'm going to put the car over on the ramp so we can bring it up in the air, take the wheels back off. We've got wheel arches to put in place and bits and pieces like that. And then, yeah, just the car really does need a good clean, really. I don't think I've done the seats on this one. Nah, I ain't done the seats on this one yet. So that needs doing. These all need doing as well, cleaning up. Yeah. Usual stuff, guys. But yeah, let's get it over on the ramp. Let's start putting this all back together and working on this one today. So, but yeah, you know, the guy has done his bit on the body shop. Absolutely spot on. The lines are so good. Gaps are spot on, everything. So, yeah, he's done a great job again. Anyway, let's move it over and let's crack on with this one. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. Well, there we go. The rear end is all back together. Done some pre-MOT checks, like lights. The washer, the water from the rear wiper and the front wiper, they weren't coming out. So the water bottle was completely empty. So it's always a good job. You know, a good thing to just check before you go to MOTs. Just check these little bits and pieces, because you never know. I've checked the bulbs to make sure all the bulbs are working as they should, and they do. So yeah, I think we're completely finished with the rear end. I'm going to bring the car down. I'm going to bring it over here, and then we're going to be starting work on the inside of this car. Really want to get these seats, start getting these seats cleaned, and the door cards cleaned as well, because they do take a couple of times to get. Actually, this one ain't that bad. That's pretty clean. I don't want to touch it with my gloves. That is pretty clean in there compared to the other side. We've seen these dirty, filthy before, haven't we? So,
yeah, I want to give I can't even remember if we've done these seats, you know. I don't know if we have, but there is, you know, they do need another going over. I don't know if we've done this or not. I can't remember. We may have done this already, but it does take a couple of times sometimes for this to come up well. I don't think we have done this, you know, because the other side's proper dirty. Let me show you, look. That's proper dirty, that is. That I wouldn't have left it like that, so that would have been cleaned. So, and that there as well, that looks really dirty. So I'm assuming we haven't done this yet. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, it needs a good clean. There is some bits and pieces to still to do on this one. So let's get it on the floor. I've just noticed a few bits as well. There's a little thing there. There's two things at the back. I think they're sitting over here. Yes, they are. So these three here need putting back as well. So yeah, and it's just a case of just putting everything back on the car, putting everything back together. Keep doing my MOT checks for the front end as well. I think I've already done it, but I will do it again. And then, yeah, when it's time to go, we will take it in. Fingers crossed we don't get any problems or issues with this one, but let's get it down on the floor. Let's get it over in the middle, and let's continue with this one, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, I'm finished with the machine. Yeah, I think we've already done this, and I've just done it again. Sometimes you do have to do it again, because the actual seats on the back are really, really clean, and the carpets as well, and the floor. So I think this has already been done, but it needed to be done again. We've still got a little bit of a stain there. All this is because it's still wet and drying. So once that dries out, that'll look much, much better. Pretty much the same as that seat over there. You can see that how clean that looks. That looks really nice and clean. And yeah, done the door card. That door card's okay. It's just as soon as you touch it, as soon as you touch this upholstery, it just gets filthy. I'm going through the motions, cleaning up everything that needs to be cleaned up. The dash and the steering wheel, everything, all the plastics. It's all looking really, really good. But it is now time to take this to the MOT centre to find out the results on this little Fiat 500. Yeah, we will find out if it's any good, basically, and we'll just go from there. I'll bring it back, I'll show you the results, and then we'll go from there, guys. But so far, so good for this little car. So bear with me. I'm going to go off, go to the MOT centre, come back, and I'll show you the results. So I'll see you soon. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre. Let me show you the results on this little Fiat 500. No advisories. So there we go. A lovely pass with no advisories. It ain't done a lot of miles since the last one, I've got to be honest. Look, 2023, 5th of the 12th, 2023. But I wanted to get a nice, fresh MOT. It is a Cat S as well, so it kind of had to be done. But because of the amount of work we've done on it, I just wanted to make sure that it was. And obviously, the previous MOT, there was no advisories as well. So, yeah, great news. All passed, all done. All she needs now is a good clean up. I want to clean up the engine bay as well, really sort of clean that up and have a little mess around with that. That's what we'll do next. And then we'll clean the car on the outside. And then that's kind of it. But yeah, so it's kind of a bit of a cleaning to do. So let's crack on. I'll set you up. Let's just finish her off, completely finish it today. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, she is all nice and clean. Yeah, had a little go at this corner as well whilst I just brought it in here. Just went over that a little bit. It's a little bit deeper than I thought, but a lot of it's come out, but not all of it is still, you can still see it there. Yeah, looking a lot cleaner now. I'm still not happy with that driver's seat, I've got to be honest. So I might have to do something with that driver's seat, but yeah, we'll see. How it dries like, because I'm still waiting for it to completely dry, that seat. But it's all cleaned. I can now take some pictures. We've got a new fresh MOT. I want to try and get that off as well. I don't know if you can see that. I think that's a tar or something stuck to it. So I want to get that off. So just a couple of bits left to do. And then it's take some pictures, and this one can go. And it can also go with the private number plate. So even though this is a 2009, I think it was, 2009, it's got a private plate on there, so you can't see what year it is, which is nice. You know, it's a nice little touch, I suppose. But, you know, number plate's probably worth £200 or £300 just on its own. So, but yeah, I'm still not happy with that seat though. I'm going to have to try and maybe do it again or just wait for it to dry. I'm not sure at the minute. Just don't seem to be coming up very well. I might do it again. just do it again quickly. Yeah, I'll do that off camera. And then tomorrow morning, take some pictures. And it can go. And this one is complete with a nice new fresh MOT with no advisories. So that's good. So guys, that is it. That's going to be the end of today's video and probably the end of this little project. You're probably not going to see it again. It ain't going to hang around, this one. It's going to go pretty quick. Yeah, I'll let you know exactly what happens. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Take care. Thanks for watching.